Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It is finally the level up event. It feels like we have been waiting 300 years for it. But at least the 22-hour event cycle is back to quote-unquote normal. Now, going into this weekend, I knew, of course, the level up event would be back eventually. God willing, it wasn't breaking the game again, apparently. And so I actually thought I knew what 6-star I wanted to take to rank 2 because I recently had him awakened, and I just love Ultron. But my plans have entirely changed. That's right. My plans are completely different than they were Friday. Because Friday at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., heck, even noon, when the Deadpool Day deals hit, I didn't know what I was going to get. I just figured I'd get the normal amount of average trash. And, like my regular 6-star Nexus was pretty much that. I got a new Mangog. I mean, that's cool, I guess. But nothing to see here. Nothing to brag about. But now, I am absolutely obsessed. I will take on all the haters and trolls of Omega Red. Anyone who comments he's old news, he's yesterday's best champ, his damage is average. I've even seen people say his damage is poor. What champion are you playing with? Are you playing with a max sig, 5 or 6-star, that is max ranked with full suicides? Because if you're not, if you're playing with an unawakened Omega Red, or sometimes I see people who are playing with like half suicides, whatever, yeah, he's not going to be as good. I was obsessed with him. I did some tests where I just used him and no synergies whatsoever. No one else was on the team. So, 5 questing spots, but I just brought in him. And I was very impressed. But then when I took your advice, YouTube, and I brought in both Colossus, who I have at rank 5 as a 5-star SIG 200, and Sabretooth in honor of my good friend and longtime supporter of the channel and OG mod, Mr. Butters, I realized that I've got to learn how to use Sabretooth because just as my profile pic was changed thanks to Butters' generosity, I will be using Sabretooth a lot. Yes, he's unawakened. Yes, had I not had Omega Red in the real, I probably would have awakened my Sabretooth. But I have decided based on, because I always say rank up the champions even if you don't know how to use them as much. I mean, there are 60 champions, 100 champions in the game that I know how to use and am more comfortable using than Sabretooth. But I'm not bringing them in at this point in regular event quests because of how much I love Omega. And so it makes more sense for me to take unawakened Sabretooth to rank 2 than, say, awakened Ultron. And I was able to get just enough. You can see 7 out of 7 tier 4 mutant to be able to do this. So I know I'm probably going to run out of ISO because I used all of it on Omega Red, and yes, it's the same class. And so I kept other ISO in my inventory due to that neglect. But I'm excited. Butters was nice enough to say that he was going to help send me some Sabretooth tutorial videos. And who knows, maybe with a combination of the synergies of Omega and Colossus, he will be easy to learn. I don't know. What I do know is that all of this ISO I got in my live stream yesterday actually really benefited me. That is fantastic. So he'll be over 13,000 PI. That's pretty good. No ISO to claim. Oh, duh. And even though this sometimes makes people queasy because I'm using other class ISO, I'm not a mutant. I gotta use what I gotta use, y'all. I wish you could just select all. The smart select is cool, but obviously it means nothing if you don't have any of the class left. And then you have to select them all. At least I think you have to select them all individually. All right, over 14,600 PI. That is pretty exciting. And I will do this off screen so I'm not taking up more of your time in this video. But do notice that when it comes to the level up event, I'm going to get a ton more points still to come because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Mangog, Juggernaut, although I should just, or not Juggernaut, Mangog, Black Isostor, Scarlet Witch, Purgatory, and Civil Warrior, and of course 3 out of 4 of those are the same class, so I'll be using up pretty much all my Mystic ISO. Isn't it crazy that Civil Warrior, who's decent after the buff, but still I forget about him in the game, has such a horrible starting PI? Like, look at that. That's more than 500 less than Purgatory, who's about almost 400 less than Black Widow, Isostor Black Widow, or Black Isostor Scarlet Witch. I am so tired. I got 3 hours of sleep that I should stop calling Scarlet Witch Black Widow. That's embarrassing. Well, there you have it, YouTube. I ranked up Mr. Sabretooth. Let's end on that, shall we? I ranked up Sabretooth for the benefit of Omega, and let's just say I have ranked up more mutant 6-stars than any class by far. I've got rank 3 Sig 200 Namor, Omega Red, Awakened Domino, Awakened Cable, Awakened Apocalypse, Unawakened Kitty Pryde, Sunspot, Havoc, Sabretooth, rank 3 Mags, who talk about a pathetic PI, and then of course everybody else. Still looking for Iceman, still looking for Archangel. Colossus would be awesome. White Mags, Professor X. But I've opened most of the mutants that I want, so that feels really good to say that before Cyber Weekend in November. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. And hey, Butters, thanks for the suggestion. Now send me those videos, buddy.